Panic attacks often happen because we're anxious about our anxiety. Something happens, we feel a flood of emotion, and we try too hard to control it. Or to we start overthinking the fact that we're having anxiety, and sometimes that can lead to a panic attack. If you are experiencing a panic attack, the first thing I always say is to get grounded. If you are if you are in a car, for example, pull over where it's safe to pull over. If you're on a train, come off the train. Like, where possible, get as grounded as you can and sit down on something. So you want to feel earthed, right? Sit down on a chair that's sturdy, or sit down on the floor if you're, if there's no space for you to sit down. And you want to feel the sensations of the environment that you're in. Focus on your breathing, because panic and anxiety can sometimes cause you to take shallow and short breaths. But if possible, take deeper breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth. I recommend something called box breathing or square breathing, which essentially you are breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and continue to do that. If you practice that, you can actually start to increase your intervals. So maybe breathe in for 6 seconds, hold for 6 seconds, and breathe out for 6 seconds. That's just a great way to just make sure your brain is getting the oxygen that it needs, and it's activating something called your parasympathetic nervous system. And so that just helps to calm you down and settle you down if you're having a panic attack. And then just starting to bring your attention to what's going on around you. So look at 5 things around you, 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can touch, 2 things that you can smell, 1 thing that you can taste. So you want to get back in touch with your 5 senses, particularly the sight thing, like bringing your attention to things close by, because what happens when we are anxious or having a panic attack is that our sympathetic nervous system is activated, which is our fight flight mode, right? Fight flight freeze. And what that tends to do is that your eyesight gets very constricted, because your body is preparing to run. So you get very long distanced in that moment of sympathetic dominance. And so when you start to draw your attention to the things that are closer to you, you're triggering your brain to say, you're safe here. You don't need to do that. So that's something to think about as well in doing. So if you're having a panic attack.